Mercury aligns with the Sun in Taurus, and this is a time when our opinions are usually quite strong, and we're proud of them, and we're proud of our thoughts and our thinking processes. And therefore, we may be more stubborn as well, because Taurus, of course, sometimes can be a bit stubborn, right? Especially when you're scared. Any sign, right? Whenever we're scared with any sign, it will bring out the more denser vibration of that sign. So if you're scared as a Taurus, you might get more stubborn. So ask yourself here, if people hung on my every word, what might I say then? What might I hold back from saying? Might it serve me to consciously practice listening to others and myself? What might a practice like that look like? And so when we practice something, of course, it's like we have to sort of engage with something on a daily basis. And it doesn't have to be for a very long time, but we want to do it regularly and for whatever time frame we choose to do it for. And we have to kind of create maybe a structure or an idea of what that could look like. So what might a practice like that look like? So another question you can ask yourself here is, what if I acted as if I was being 100% heard by others? And what if I returned that favor? Now, for the next 2 weeks, please keep in mind that it may not always serve us to dig our heels in, so choose your battles wisely. You don't want to become, too rigid or too attached. So for some help with this, you can ask yourself, on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being extremely important and 1 being not important at all, how important is this? So if something comes up, right, in a relationship or in a work situation or whatever, how important is this? If there's like a conflict or a disagreement or something like that, how important is this? How important will it be a year from now? Great question. I use this very frequently in my relationship with my husband. How important will it be a year from now? And if it's below a 5, could I simply let it go? So again, you got to first scale from 1 to 10. How important is this? And how important will it be a year from now? And if it's below a 5, could I simply let it go? And if it's a 5 or above, then it's pretty important, right? Could I express myself fully, knowing that others may have different opinions, knowing that I'm communicating what was important to me, and that's all I can ever do. So the key here is that we don't get attached to wanting our communication to have a particular result, or to just because we say something that the other person has to respond in a particular way. We want to pay attention to our attachments that we have, because attachments create suffering. And suffering is something that none of us want to really experience. Am I right? So if you want to suffer a little bit less, is it possible that you can just express what you need to say, knowing that others may have different opinions, knowing that you communicated as best as you could and what was important to you, and that's all that you can ever do. And then that's enough. That is enough, because you said it. And then if the other person can't be with that, or they can't hear you, or they can't respond in a way that you would prefer them to respond, okay, but at least you did your part, right? At least you did what you were able to do. And at that point, if your expression of something is still not able to land, you can always choose to disengage. You can always say, okay, I'm going to disengage here right now because I've said what I needed to say, and clearly we're not getting anywhere. So I'm going to just disengage right now. I'm going to take a time out. Okay, so all of this is possible. So just play with that and see if that's helpful for the next 2 weeks. Any questions that you have about the monthly forecasting forums, about the soul-based astrology courses, about astrology in general, please do not hesitate to reach out, right? You can always email us. And any personal questions that you have, please ask them during the monthly forecasting forum. You can ask questions in advance. You can send them to me in advance, and then I will answer your questions. So even if you can't join live, if you send me a question, I will answer that question at the end of the forum, and then you can watch it via the recording. Or, of course, there's always the option of also booking a reading or booking a coaching session with me. So just know that there's, Star members have discounts for readings and for coaching sessions. If you have any questions about the discounts or how to get the discounts, please email me. So have a good one. Much love to all of you. Again, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys again either at the time of the monthly forecasting forum or the next new moon video. All right, much love. Bye-bye.